Achako lange odeko Atian beno tika ko en pe ki ker me tingane me konya kana no chawa biro geni madano dugu ki poro adugu ki poro achiere kulu adugu ki kulu maramo chichak chawa bong wena pa ki gimo ka wachamo cham medicheng madugu ki poro abere pi wang chawa nok piano diko pe ramo chiere poro ki kejo miere teri cha on daga chako lange me teri kila ten gi pi ma gamo gi weng no kiano wachama ngwena bij medi wo ka ker lange rapiny pian an be no miara on pio lua kome an be miara lua re la tena be miara lua wek wa chudi ko ma kom wa yo eto an no be do mot
mogo inni be dia me cher para wa ni wan mat wa ti la ka chel eto an pe ye mogo cher an ko por tien dir no me buru an ba dong pud ne na dek pe cher para ni no jimwa ma wa furo pe rom ge pa down mo kana pen en long no ka ngar ma konyo ko ri mi paro dal ci mo ne jemane pe be.
A gender analysis exercise that was conducted through Oxfam's initiative in the Acholi sub-region in 2011 indicated that in the Acholi tradition, boys and girls are typically socialized into distinct gender roles. A subsequent rapid care analysis and household care survey that was conducted established that in distinguishing gender roles, there are a number of problematic tasks and issues that need to be addressed. On average, the report showed that about 14 hours was spent doing care work.
Actually, the chomi fufu dua kidong en ki chala chikari me bia
an ma cherga chono da no pon ki bot gunyodina magi wachi tij weng pa matiano pe a wek twar gam pi nyo on pi luake pe bena weri twar o itukan pe bena tim mistake mo ke kan ni meno ha kona wa twar sikelian tij en weng tij pa wan mon chikar ma ana ber ka tij ni atiyo la bon kiri
In 2014, the Uganda Women's Network, UONET, Women and Rural Development Network, WORUDET, and Oxfam initiated a project aimed at understanding the unequal and heavy burden of care work in the northern Uganda district of Lamu.
So we initiated a project that was seeking to implement care change actions that would try to change the status quo within Lamu. Uganda Women's Network coordinated processes at national level to influence the Uganda Bureau of Statistics to have a number of questions around data on time use. But at the district level, UONET worked with WORUDET, which is a local partner, to come up with practical community actions, working with role models, working with door-to-door sensitization campaigns, community theater for development, engaging the district local governments on how we can address the issues therein, and also start to speak to communities about what care work is, what its burden is, and what it means for women to be involved in care work for 14 hours a day.
A rapid care analysis revealed that women's intense involvement with care work denied them the time to do political, social, and economic activities. There is limited participation in elective leadership and had adverse effects on their general well-being and, in particular, their health. Since then, the response to recognizing care work in the district has begun to yield results.
Majority of people recognize care work, and they all agree that this has very great negative impacts on the lives of the women and girls. And people have also gone ahead, quite a good number have gone ahead now to reduce and also redistribute these roles.
Johnson and Michael's families are examples of Care Work role model families, which are located in Padibe East, sub-county of Lamour District.
Chalo dong me tiru gini. Chal pura tia mi ana kon. Tiru no awe kabar mi na tin kilo tina ni mati ar. Chano ni. Ini kara no tijmono ara mi no ro mi na tin. Ten arama bina berite yar kiri ini. No la tin tia ko mi tin tia chana ga mi re loxe. A jimu kan timo mi ra me atima. No an kawa bina gi por abero pati mo meno.
Doreen, who is Johnson's wife, is pleased with the changes that they are now experiencing in their household.
Chawa bera kena cha bor kinu gini no wat chamo pian eno do gamo piu dugu magalaten anatika lang ka tere dong pi wang chawa manak piano la ten pe ka yela utiano kena cha para chiel ki gima wa cha ka yubu cha me utiano wa voro chawa rio komberi no wa voro me utiano no dong wa niano.
Michael observes that families which have not embraced the value of sharing care work have poor household productivity.
Nyaka tich kachel mi watio tich pikane yor yot. Kare ka ber wacher poro ka wator ching we tich. Chi waro tich e kar tich mukene. Wak tich utumo pikane ki kome. Eto apoka pa gang pa jumukene ma pekiti ati tich ni. Ana neno cha mukene kuru ti kingi ka ngara chelo cher ka tich. Ngara chelo wa emer beto gang ene kelu kuru. We odgi we tich gi doko ko ping.
Michael has gone on to encourage and inculcate the spirit of care work in his boy children as well.
Aramo char kulu tapi anona char gampi. Aramo lo aga sur na ano pera tiki. Obo mai. Ayabo teru kayan kombe potpe.
However, for the conservative Acholi man, tradition clearly spells out the role, terms and conditions for the woman in the home.
Chiak babana wa ni dago na te ka kilo mi roti ti weng ma chele dago.
My God.
Ana kilo.
Dago mi roti an mer diro ter ko o chana dugu gang wot ka mar mer ko. Kerte ko cher mara dugu pen mer ko ka no ben ko. Yoro ya mer bokki.
But with continued education and sensitization, there is increased appreciation for the need to redistribute care work in the household and at community level.
As a result of the recognition of care work, there is also reduced workload for the women because families have begun taking up time and labor-saving technologies.
Members of the target communities have learned how to construct the wood fuel-saving stove, the Lorena stove, which many of the women have found to be extremely helpful.
Lo mai kwa ma chon ma la twa de ma ini pero kere ma karo ge te mo kana entro Lorena ma lobo te chuburia ti mio ini tero yo lar benedano piene ti rio kada ini miano kwan de te tum siel gamu kana pi ramo liara na benegi te tum kenyo de mi wen ti me la wan siel mio dana chamo chon yer pe yer wen pien karo wa watiki pai ma twala yer wa
lo tio nene choni keno la doka deki ki wang man ka chiero ka du dir go no gin liet ko be o chane mo agi ti de direct por ri we mai
Bicycles increasingly is being used now to fetch water, to fetch firewood, which has very good positive impacts on the life of women. They no longer have to carry heavy loads on their heads.
For this couple, violence used to be the order of the day. Now, with peace, dialogue, and respect for one another and for the rest of their community, they too have gained the respect of the village.
Meeting mo ngong ngagi wen ke kilo gang wa kanya pe an none war die ma diet kanya yom chwin die chwin ma di ma yom pe an yen ga chwin yom gang no walo ten wen kum gi yot
Kombedi enini ka madong wan wa tieko dok tij wa dugu ki poro madong wa bedo wa chamo kalo tieno tinger wa waramo nywaka tam kilo tieno piano dong wa bedo ma dong wa ywe wa nywaka tam kilo tieno a bena chiero bolo wara ka boko lok ka chawa ne orama chia laka dugu chian pian chawa dong nonge
yang no titika bona wege sia okera king office ya to kombeti ko me adung wa nywaka tika chiel ke jo ata kilo tiano na tij bena wa tiu da ba poka ne mala chio onyo nyako onyo ka chiero ko pe abi bir ka par ya tij mo no do ngeya aduga notice ene kitiyo maroma kian
kar madong eno mi na kero wani yin ramotela lok dogi ni ka yin lok mabe ki luak ti winyo konyo village konyo waki dana me village wen
ano konyo dit mada yin ana bir dak ma tot war ben pe wiya pa war anen me dog ginu ma konyo pe si kar ma wu dar fonyo wan ni o mer wa nyak ti wani kwere si a dog gang ate mo tere bore si cha wa tere wi ma bala we la dit pe bala wi mo kenyo pe
I oda kombedi dong ka kuma pe mano tuo chake gi kungia won oda chwala la tin ariat no yat gi lok metedo kanyo no tin tere chambol lo tin gi ko cher poro ramo tingana yen gi lela kelo gang.
The positive impact of this sensitization is also being experienced by the men as well.
Ikar enini ano jema pol time kidong bene en achwala aye me chero dong char ta chok
chan man ti sema pa mar ko ano diet mo da ber ga tana wai kanu an yang pa ber mar ko pe karen ko pe kuman ko ra kar chan ma ti yeni
ki man dong en mano puonyi awilo tuoni puare yo atiki chuma ma en wa dakana en be regi chuma ma chiling merik ner ki ner ulto wan ber ga makane chingwa.
My being with the children has helped me so much. Children hear me.
Ano ni dakana no kara teka ono ne mada ini na chiel en tiu pi wang chawa par ngwen chi ando ano ni kita dong en tiu pi wang chawa par ngwen wo pok dong wang chawa ni wan kwede enu tiga bero ana tiu ga bero
an ge koma chere kulu akero pia chere yen ababa mena tien gi polo tien wen alwa ka kar
wa chwa ko nywa ko tich mabe mada an ga chel kimin oda kilo tino manongo kombedi o wet chawa mamega o bale pedong bale pian wagora eti watiago la banche.
To ensure sustainability, UONET and WORUDET partnered with the Lamour District Local Government, deliberately targeting the line departments of gender, environment and water so as to understand what the practical issues and concerns are. One of the key outputs involving the Department of Water included the need to relocate a borehole.
Some of the areas that we implemented this project include Lachari North Village in Padibe East, where we found that in this village there was actually lack of safe water, and the most affected people there were the women.
We realized that biomass is getting depleted, that's the wood stock. So we are encouraging them to establish at least a wood lot. These wood lots Whenever you establish a woodlot, can be for different purposes. One can be for firewood, two for poles, and then even for timbers.
With moving the program forward, we have realized that we have made huge steps towards including and involving men.
The engagement of women in productive activities is very important, but also the reduction of heavy care work burden is critical for the engagement of women in income generation activities and leadership. That means that districts should actually take up care work as a concept and make it an integral part of their planning process, their planning of the programs, so that programs that are planned and implemented by the district actually respond to recognizing care work, reducing it, and redistributing the roles.
What we are hoping to see next is that government continues to invest in care work. We also want to continue to engage with the private sector and with civil society organizations to see that this is not only a responsibility for men and women within households, but other actors are taking this forward. At national level, we are going to continuously engage with Uganda Bureau of Statistics to ensure that we have national data on care work, and this will inform the national planning and policy direction.